A new local leader recently paid a visit to one of the homeless encampments on 3rd Street downtown that has dominated the news recently. And get this, one man mistook him for a camp resident. In an executive Q&A in the Business Courier centerpiece, meet the new boss at the United Way of Cincinnati. Michael Johnson has just completed his first month on the job and has quickly shown he's a different kind of CEO. Johnson has spent his first month meeting people, not only local business leaders and donors, but the folks who use United Way services, hence the homeless camp visit.
I just asked one of the individuals that's leaving here today where they're going, and he's saying, I'm going to another bridge. So I think it's important we figure out a way to wrap services around these individuals, but I also understand why the business community is concerned about these folks sleeping here. So I just want to make sure that we can do whatever we can to try to, help this situation.
Johnson grew up in public housing in Chicago and worked for nonprofits in Philadelphia and Madison, Wisconsin. He replaced longtime leader Rob Reifsnyder, who raised $1 billion for United Way over his 17-year career. An estimated 600,000 people live in poverty in the organization's 10-county coverage area. $61 million in donations were pledged in the 2017 campaign, making it the nation's 6th largest United Way chapter. Johnson is redesigning the United Way's annual fall campaign from a one-day kickoff to a series of events aimed at raising awareness of poverty's impact on the region. Starting Thursday, he will visit 10 counties in 10 days to kick off the 2018 campaign. But we like to think he's actually starting that kickoff today with us. We are delighted to have Michael Johnson with Business Watch producer Kelly Leon in the studio. Michael and Kelly.
Thank you, Peg. And Michael, we are delighted. This is your first TV interview in Cincinnati.
This is my first TV interview.
We're so happy. And I should say, Rob Dahlmeyer, the editor of the Courier, did the interview with you that's in the print edition.
Yes.
He's on vacation, so I get to sit down with you.
I'm glad we got you. Yes. Thanks for having me on.
So I want to start with the homeless camp visit. Why did you go down there?
I think it's important as leaders in our community that we try to seek understanding instead of being understood. So I wanted to, as I learned about this issue, wanted to go out there and not only meet with the business people, but to also meet with our homeless neighbors and to try to get an understanding why they was there.
And you went down at 5:45 in the morning.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So, I went on, I left the house, I had on an old raggedy t-shirt and shorts. And my wife was like, why don't you put some lotion on your legs? And so, I always got ashy legs and ashy elbows. So I go out there and I got a briefing from the police chief or the commander in that district. And so one of the gentlemen that was living out there, he said, hey, are you new to the city? I said, yeah, I just moved here about 2 weeks ago. And he said, what tent is yours? And so I didn't know if that was a compliment or if I should be offended. But the fact is, I wanted to understand the issue and figure out how United Way and our partner agencies could help.
Yeah, no better way than to be on site.
Yeah.
Poverty is is the big focus for you,
yeah.
I've heard you say.
Yeah.
Why is that?
It has to be, as somebody who grew up in poverty, we have to make sure that we build bridges in this community and that we work with the business community, our nonprofit partners, to wrap services around families. And so United Way has taken on this family-centered approach around early childhood education, around making sure that our kids can graduate and be prepared for high school, connecting our families that are dealing with trauma with mental health services, and then working with the business community to employ the most vulnerable people in our community. And we have to move the needle in that space to ensure that our community is thriving.
And I know you're going to try to do that, just kick it off with the 10 counties in 10 days. If you go to the Courier's website, there's a list of all the places where Michael's going to be, I'm sure on the United Way's website.
Yeah.
So best of luck with that program.
Thank you so much.
I'd love to have you back on after you complete that.
Absolutely.
And let us know how it goes. And unfortunately, I wish we had way more time to talk to you, but thank you so much for making this your first interview and stopping by this morning.
Thank you. Appreciate you all, and thanks for covering this.
Thank you.